Here we have the speaking clearly and use intonation. I think that maybe you have that. There are not many lapses. That means pausing, not speaking fluently. Okay, and because you have a high level of English, there is never a problem of understanding. Okay, so again, I think that you are in the high intermediate here, and maybe some parts actually of your speech might be in the advanced level. Obviously, you've been doing a lot of English over the last few years. So I think that you can communicate effectively on most general or familiar topics. The difference between these two is a wide range of topics. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about all kind of academic topics. And here it's a little less academic. And this is on your to-do list. I would like to be able to talk about general and familiar topics, but also I want to be able to talk about a wide range of topics. What's going to help you in that, to do that quickly, I would advise going to the Economist website, just type Economist YouTube and looking at their videos that are 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long. Obviously, you have a lot of work to do. So again, this is going back to our usual drills. Twice a day, I will look at current affairs on France 24 in English, CNN, BBC. Don't really like CNN because of the analysis. It's not very academic. I think that France 24 does have an academic edge to it. Definitely The Economist, maybe the Guardian videos. You'll just have to see what you can find for free. Yeah, I think that you should be listening to BBC, France 24, The Guardian and The Economist, if you want those low frequency academic words and low frequency academic words and the concepts and the analysis and synthesizing. And again, from those videos, you're going to be able to imitate and listen and study and observe their intonation. Okay, because we don't have the intonation here. So this is something, a goal that we're going for. They will probably, I expect you to be able to speak clearly without hesitancy. That means your notes are good. And also, how do you help hesitancy? Another thing on my to-do list is I must pause and pace. That means, and I'm doing that now, I'm taking my time to speak slowly so that the pronunciation of my words is clearer and I have the time to work on my intonation so that I can be better understood. Why do we pace and pause? Well, because it allows the brain to sort out all the words that you're looking for. You know, sometimes when you speak, you can't remember a particular word. If you slow down, if you realize, oh, I have to contrast and compare, and I have to synthesize, and I have to find words that I know are difficult, or there's going to be an if clause, a conditional clause coming up, well, I'll try to speak more slowly and pause. Okay, I'm going to do this for the letter pause, P, okay, P. So I'm going to take my time, pause, and think about the concept that I would like to synthesize, and think about the low frequency words that I want to use. Okay. Here we have being intelligible. That means that I'm opening my mouth. I'm pronouncing those THs, the. I'm not saying the. If I have a word like to carry out an experiment, I cannot say that fast. I can't say to carry out an experiment. It's not possible, even for an English speaker. So when you have something like that, you're going to slow down. You're going to say to carry out an experiment. There's nothing wrong with slowing down. We don't want hesitancy, but we want maybe at times slowing down and pacing so that you can be better understood. That's slowing down is not the same as hesitancy. With overall good intelligibility, I slow down to say that word. It's a complicated word. With overall good intelligibility. You've forgotten something, you can pause. But trying to speak really fast and going and we're speaking really it's going to be very annoying. You're better off just going a little bit slower, and that's something that you can train to do. There may be pauses and hesitations with content that is complicated to report. You're going to be reporting what you heard, okay? You are allowed mispronunciations or problems of intonation, but this should be occasional, okay? Let's look at what your target is. Well-controlled organization. That means really training on your listening skills and analyzing and inferring as you listen. Not just saying, oh, I listen to understand. No, you're going to listen and infer and think of your reaction to the information you're hearing as you go, okay? So that's going to be a challenge, okay? But just the idea is a lot of training on this, and that you want to reach this level.